Today, we're going to learn about the Vim Text Editor, commonly known as VI. So, Vim has three modes. It has command line mode, which is the default. What I mean by default is when you start Vim, it enters the command line mode first by default. For to edit, you have to insert an edit command, such as an I or an A. We're into that in a minute. Finally, there's a command mode, which allows you to edit multiple lines at the same time. As a matter of fact, you can edit all the lines in a file at the same time, which is very helpful if you have to change. So to start, we need to install Vim. So installing Vim is very simple. Just type sudo space apt space install space Vim. Now to enter Vim, you simply type Vim space and then the file name, whatever the file name is that you want to name that file. And it will create a file if the file does not exist. Now, understand that if you don't put a directory path, that it will create this file in your current directory. We go over how to know what directory you are in and how to change directories in some of our classes. So you can check out our classes if you're interested in moving on with your Linux education. By default, you enter the command mode. To enter the edit mode, you have to type an I for insert, and in that case, it will insert text before the position of the cursor, or an A to insert text after cursor position. So in this case, I entered I, and that should be a lowercase I, and notice you see the word insert at the bottom of the screen now. So to add text, simply while you're in insert mode, just type the text and it will appear on the line that you are on. To move next line, press enter. And line mode allows keystrokes to act as commands to copy, delete, and but you cannot enter text with the command mode. To enter a command mode, you press escape. Now, if you notice here in the screenshot to the left, when I pressed escape, the word insert is no longer at the bottom of the screen. Now, suppose I want to copy a line. Well, there are two commands involved in copying a line. The first is YY. YY copies the current line into the paste buffer. And then the command to actually paste that line or insert that line into the file is P. So I would type a lowercase p to insert a line below the line I'm currently on, and an uppercase P to insert the line above the line that I'm currently on. So just remember, uppercase to go up and lowercase to go down, and that's generally true of all the commands in the Vim command line mode. So the next thing we want to learn is how to execute a command multiple times. So suppose I want to copy a line 8 times. Well, I could type YY on the line that I want to copy, and then the number 8, and then P to a lowercase p to copy that line 8 times below my current line. And that's what you see here on the screenshot. To the right, I executed 8P, and you see that 8 more lines appear in that screenshot. Now suppose I want to delete a character. The command to delete a character is X. So you type X and it will delete that character. If you want to delete just one character, you type X. If you want to delete 8 characters, type 8X. If you want to delete a word, and a word is defined as anything that it is up until a space. So if I wanted to delete a word, like in the first line, his, if I wanted to delete his, I would type DW. DW means delete word. And if you wanted to delete multiple words, you can put the number of words you want to delete and DW, followed by DW. So in other words, if I want to delete 3 words, I would put 3 DW, and it would delete on this first line, it would delete up to the word test. So to delete an entire line is DD. And again, you can just put the number of lines that you want to delete before DD. So if I want to delete 10 lines, for example, I would put 10 DD. And perhaps the most important command of all is undo. And don't you wish life had an undo key sometimes? So stores the previous commands in a buffer. So you can keep going back until you reach the end of the buffer. So in this case, I wanted to undo the pasting of all those lines. So I pressed U and it went back to the previous state of the file before I executed the 8P command. So undo will just go back to the previous state, will basically undo the previous command. You can keep going back until you get to the place in the file that you want, unless, of course, it's beyond the paste buffer. So the next mode is the command mode. Now, command mode allows you to edit all the lines of the file at the same time. And this is good when you need to make a global change to a file. So to enter the command mode, you must type a colon. Now, you notice in the left screenshot, I typed a colon. You see a colon at the bottom of the screen. Now, suppose we want to change the word test to dog. We can do that with this command. %s, after the colon at the bottom of the screen, %s. Now, %s means any line, and then followed by a /, that's the delimiter. Then the word or characters you want to change, so in this case, test, and then the the /, delimiter, and then what do you want the replacement text? So you have sent as / text you want to change / the text you want to change to, and then / and then G is global. So if it, no matter where it appears on the line, it will get changed. And you could put a 1 for first instance or a 2 for second instance, but that gets kind of complex. So generally, I just use the G for global. So you see here, I change in the right pane, I executed that command and it changed the word test to dog. Now, the next thing is we need to save output, or we can quit without saving. You say, I messed up, I don't want to save it. Or we can write the output to another file. If you just put $:W, it just writes out to the same file, so it overwrites the file that you're in. If you put $:Q and then exclamation, it will exit without saving the file. So if you said, wow, I really messed this up, I got to get out of here, you do a $:q and then exclamation. If you said, wow, I've made this perfect, I want to save it, and I want to save it in the current file, you would put $:W, q, q, and exclamation, and that saves the file in its current location. So again, if you look at the third bullet there, I have a $:W and then dog file. So that's going to save the output of this file into another file in the same directory named dog file. You want to learn more? There's a lot more to learn. Contact us. We have our contact information down there at the bottom. There's a website, www.netlearnit.com. Email us at sales@netlearn.com or call us. Look forward to having helping you in your pursuit of network engineering on system administration. Thank you and have a good day.